children, we have another unseen passage for you, unseen passage number 5, the next part of the series. Let's see what do we have today. Unseen passage 5, reading comprehension. Today we have something very interesting. We are going to study about the different types of forests that are found in India, and also we are going to integrate English through social science. So let's understand. The first passage talks about the evergreen forests. What are evergreen forests? These consist entirely or mainly of evergreen trees that retain green foliage all the year round. Evergreen forests can be found in regions of heavy rainfall, namely the Andaman and Nicobar Islands, Orissa, and the Western Ghats. Ebony, mahogany, and rosewood are the evergreen trees. So let's understand what are evergreen forests once again. These consist entirely of evergreen trees. Evergreen trees means that the leaves of the tree are green throughout the year, that retain green foliage. Foliage means when we talk about the leaves of the plants collectively. So they retain green foliage all the year round. Evergreen forests can be found in regions of heavy rainfall, namely the Andaman and Nicobar Islands, Orissa, and the Western Ghats. Ebony, mahogany, and rosewood are the evergreen trees. Let's see what questions we have here, which we need to look at and answer from the passage. So the question number 1 is, what are evergreen forests? The first question that you have to look for is, what are evergreen forests? The second question is, where are evergreen forests found? You have to look for the answers in the passage. Where are evergreen forests found in India? And the next question is, you have to give 3 examples of evergreen trees. Just find out 3 examples of evergreen trees from the passage. Let's look at another type of forests that are found in India, and that is the deciduous forest. Let's pronounce it together, children. That's called deciduous forests. Okay, so let's understand what do we mean by deciduous. So unlike the evergreen trees, unlike means not like. So it is unlike the evergreen trees. These deciduous forests shed their leaves in the dry season. So they shed their leaves in the dry season. These forests are also known as the monsoon forests. These forests are found on the foothills of the northern mountain ranges, some parts of the Deccan Plateau, as well as Andhra Pradesh, Orissa, and Bihar. Some examples of deciduous trees are teak, sag, shisham, and mahua. Let's read together again once again. Unlike the evergreen tree, these deciduous forests shed their leaves in the dry season. These forests are also known as the monsoon forests. Okay? These forests are found on the foothills of the northern mountain ranges, some parts of the Deccan Plateau, as well as Andhra Pradesh, Orissa, and Bihar. Some examples of deciduous trees are teak, sal, shisham, and mahua. That's interesting. So let's see what questions we have now. Question number 4 here is, what are deciduous forests? So you have to answer, look out for the answer from the passage and write down in your notebooks what are deciduous forests. Where are deciduous forests found? So now you have to look for the answer for this question. Question number 5. Where are deciduous forests found? And the last question is, give 3 examples of deciduous trees. So you have to give 3 examples of deciduous trees. The answers to all these questions are there in the passage. So wear your thinking caps and just look out for the answers and write down in your notebooks. Alright, so once we have completed this task, we are going to do something very, very different today, and we are going to think and write about it. So what we have to do is, we have to find the differences between evergreen forest and deciduous forest. So you have read the passage, you have answered the question. I'm sure by now you know what is the difference between the evergreen forest and the deciduous forest. Let's look at the differences in our own words. What is the difference between evergreen and the deciduous forest? So evergreen forest, in evergreen forest, trees are green throughout the year. That means their foliage is green throughout the year. Leaves do not dry up. They remain green throughout the year. Whereas in deciduous forest, trees shed their leaves in dry season. So in dry season, are without the leaves. They turn brown and they are trees, they shed their leaves. The other difference we can point out here is that the evergreen forests are found in Andaman and Nicobar Islands, Odisha and the Western Ghats. This is very important. And the deciduous forests are found on the foothills of the northern mountain ranges, some parts of the Deccan Plateau, as well as Andhra Pradesh and Bihar. These are the 2 differences that we could think and find out from the passage and write down as differences. Good job done, children. Pat on your back and let's move on. Here is the answer key. You answer the questions, you have written them in your notebook. And look out for the answers and check if your answers are all correct. Then give yourself 6 on 6. Good job. I'm sure you have written all the answers correct. Very nice. Let's move on. Let's understand the words of the passage. We have come across few new words in the passage. And let's understand their meanings. First one is foliage. Yes, we were discussing about foliage. Foliage means plant leaves collectively. So when we are talking about all the leaves collectively, it's also called as foliage. So we can call it as foliage. The second word is retain. What do you understand by retain? Retain means continue to hold on to something. Okay. So the foliage of the evergreen forest, they retain their green color throughout the year. Right? What is the foothill? What is a foothill? A low hill at the base of a mountain. What do you understand by foot? Foot of the hill or foot of the mountain? So it's a very low-lying hill at the base of a mountain. And the second word, and the fourth word, is the plateau. What is plateau? It is an area of fairly high ground level. An area of land which is relatively higher the surrounding area. That's called plateau. So these words you have to write down in your notebook as a part of your vocabulary and enhance your vocabulary. And yes, you have the self-assessment. You have to make sentences with these words and write down in the comment box. I would want to see how beautifully you have made the sentence. Good children, I'm sure you've done a good job and I'm waiting to see your comments in the comment box. And thank you for watching the video. Do subscribe to the channel, click on the bell icon so that you get the notification of newly uploaded passages and English grammar videos. Thank you.